Can wait till I get to the new act. I love when the games do Prime of all theirs. I still haven't done the new act just because we're playing. We'll probably do it today a little later. I'll wait for Josh, but just because we're playing hardcore and I don't know what the tuning is like. I heard there's some bugs, although they hotfixed some stuff yesterday for it. So I didn't want to end up in like the chapter 10 bosses like some Giga Lagon style thing that we don't know the mechanics and it one shots you. So it was just the safest for hardcore purposes to just overgear the fuck out of it, overgear over level so we don't die. But yeah. You miss Rupert, your dog? Rupert was the name of a rabbit you had? Rupert. Rupert was the name of my roommate in university. How do you compare to the other ring? So they never really figured out the other ring. It's like the weirdest thing. It's been a request since early access about why can't you hover over a ring and have both of your rings pop up on the side. Apparently it's some weird like tech issue on their end. So you can't, the answer is you can't really directly compare. There is no hover over a ring. I'm looking for one right now. I don't see one, unfortunately. There's no like hover over. Oh, there's a ring right there. Also, pro tip: once you're starting to swim in gold, always buy runes of shattering from the vendors when you see them, because you're going to go through a lot of them. That's the disenchant thing. So yeah, there is no like hover over a ring and see both of your equipped rings. I don't know why. Apparently, it's some tech issue with them. What you can do is when you hover over it, it will always compare the left ring. If you press Control and Alt, it will then compare the other ring and also give you the detailed breakdown and stuff, because that's what Alt does. So that's the only way to really do it. It's not great, but Control and Alt does compare your other ring. Control then Alt. Don't do Alt then Control. That doesn't work. Control then Alt. All right. So that's the way to see the other one. But I CBA with that, so I usually just mouse over them. P3, everyone alive? I'm actually going to keep Echo Stream open on the side today. How do I remind myself to do this later? By this. Notepad. Make sloot to... Actually, I can do it right now. We'll just do like a real one right now.
Take care.
We'll just do like a very brief picture. All right, let's bang this. Hey guys, are you frustrated in Last Epoch that you can't compare both rings at the same time like you can in a lot of other ARPGs and RPGs? Well, apparently it's always been some weird tech issue on their end. There is one small workaround you can do. When you hover over a ring, generally it compares your left ring. But if you press Control and then Alt while hovering on the ring that you're interested in, it will pop up the right side ring and you can compare that one instead. It's not great. It's just a little bit of a workaround, so hopefully in the future they add a way to compare both rings at the same time, but that is a way you can kind of compare to the other ring if you want to. Hope that helps. All right. Clip that. You got to count the streamers too. That's always been the case, though. Yolzy. That's always been the case, man. Like like some other. In fact, back in the day, Gingy was kind of the main. Gingy used to have way more viewers for Race World first. It was him and Max, and then Gingy's viewership has gone down a bunch, and Echoes has kind of taken over. Oh, they wiped. Again, I'm not saying this to like hate, by the way. It's just an objective observation, right? Like you can't la 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 about what I'm saying. The truth is, Race to World First viewership has definitely gone down a fair bit over the years. I'm not saying that because I like want it to fail miserably or anything. It's just, yeah, it's just an observation. I don't know. The gear for the season is pretty fast. I've officially finished up my season this morning. Uber's dead. Hell yeah. Did you do hardcore or softcore? Coffins. Oh, look what it is, Horny. Right on time. Right on time. What did Josh do last night? Does anyone know? I don't know how far he went and stuff. Like, did he do the Wangari shit? The sheer number of splits is, I think, one of the really big things that hurt Race to World First, viewership in general. I think for what it's worth, it was never destined to like boom to the levels of like, you know, League of Legends and stuff. It's not official. It's a community run thing. People are learning about it, knowing it's not fair. Same two teams every time. It's not multiple teams. Now Method's like starting to get in there. If Method wins, that'll help in general in the long run. Or if Method starts to like really be a powerhouse, which they kind of are right now. I mean, they're not too far off. But anyways, sorry, Carl, lost my character on one of the first few attempts. I finished off softcore. Nice, nice. Oh,
yes,
but I think one of the big thing was the whole launching all difficulties at the same time. I think was not ideal for Race World First viewership, right? Because hype, the raid is launched, but then it's like 4 days of fucking splits. I think people were kind of starting to check out a little mentally on that. Is my guess. And then, I mean, otherwise, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, for what it's worth, though, I think there's also forces at play outside of World of Warcraft specifically, Race the World First. Esports in general has been on a decline for a while now. I'm pretty sure viewership of LCS and CSGO and stuff like that has also kind of gone down a lot. I think esports has started to recover a bit, but it's not like what it was, say, 6 years ago or something like that. It's almost as if MMORPG wasn't designed for an esports thing. I will say, I mean, okay, so a long time ago, I had a lot of discussions with like Prism and stuff about streaming and the viability of Race the World versus a viewership thing, and I never believed in it. I'll just be honest. So I'll eat my own ass a bit about the amount of people that end up actually enjoying it long term, because I didn't think people would enjoy really like sitting like what, like it's just slow, right? It's not esports really, but I think the orgs and stuff have done a really good job on filling in the void with things like, you know, like fun little events with the casters and stuff. That's what helped fill that downtime, because there was a ton of downtime. If it was just the streaming, you know, people would check the fuck out after a while. But to your point, yeah, I mean, to your point, and I guess to my point, it's not really like that marketable. I mean, there's several reasons, but there's also like, one of the reasons that like Blizzard doesn't get involved is because of like that fact, right? But hey, you know, enough people enjoy it. That's cool. I think that's great. There's that for cosplay today, Gamescom. Oh, I heard the cosplay competition is actually really good for Gamescom stuff. Wait, was that filmed by Blizzard, but the rest of it wasn't? That's how it's done. The characters to try out the SF Plus mod.
Yes.
Oh, Satisfactory Plus. I mean, it's up to you. I don't know. 2 days is pretty short, no? For Last Epoch. Maybe give another character a whirl, but I don't know. Do you think Blizzard won't officially host Race World First? I definitely think it's a never say never kind of thing. Absolutely. Anything can happen. But for years and years, I've always said they never will. Everyone I talked to at Blizzard while I was still working on MDI, esports, whatever, has said they never will. But, you know, time passes, things change, but I'm pretty sure just scattered throughout tweets, interviews, even in more recent times, they've said that they probably never will. And there's, like, lots of reasons they do it. Their public-facing reasons is usually things like it's a community-run event, we wouldn't want to change it, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And the truth is, they would change it a lot, and I don't think a lot of people realize... Like, we've had this discussion before here, so you guys realize, because we've talked about this, but a lot of people that are like, yeah, they should take over and make global launch and all this stuff, they don't realize how much Blizzard would change what the Race to World First really is like. And people wouldn't like it. I just don't get why they won't, because, first of all, it's not profitable for them to do so, right? Secondly... the Race to World First that people know and enjoy now would cease to exist. in the way it's currently done. There's just no good reason for them to really get involved, right? They don't need to showcase 2 to 3 guilds unhealthily, quite frankly, competing, neckbearding for, you know, first kill of a raid boss of a population in their entire player base that is pretty small, aka Mythic Raiders. Alright? It's not. Why would it be profitable? Do you know how much they're paying right now for the Race to World First? 0. Do you know how much free advertising they're getting by the community doing it themselves? A lot. Why would they get involved and start injecting money into it? Oi, Frankel. Beastmaster is the only thing that strikes my fancy right now. Seems slight. Alteration of the squirrels. Kind of excited for any other builds. Just do SF plus then. Fuck it. XR Man, thanks for gifting a sub. And enjoy the cloak.
Ready, sir.
You can keep it that way, but just make it a server for the Race World First teams that update the same time so that nobody has an edge. Just give them the copy character over. Oh, like give a tournament realm. So like we've had this discussion before, right? About Blizzard's stance on sharding their game too much. Now, that is like more of an older stance. Obviously, since then they've done things like you know, like classic and remixes and stuff. But generally they want to advertise as much as they can the product that other players, other potential players in the world would be able to come play as well. As much as possible. So putting a Race to World First where you get all the gear acquisition, or like a server for Race to World First where you get all the gear acquisition and whatever right away, for them paints an unrealistic picture of advertising to the player. And before you say, oh, well, they do that for MDI, it was actually a huge discussion constantly in the MDI. And unfortunately, they didn't really ever find a way around it because it would just, competition just wouldn't be realistic then if they, you know, if they like took over it, which they did, right? They officially hosted the MDI. It wasn't like a community-run thing. And as a result, they had to like provide tournament realms for the players, but they like really prefer not to, if possible. They still say WC, but that's like esports competition, though. Doesn't that generally have less viewers? Sure. But they don't invest a lot in AWC. And AWC is like an older household thing. Kind of like M Plus is becoming these days. Like, I don't think you guys understand how much the Race to World First would change if they took over. Because Race to World First is an unhealthy, unfair competition. I know I just said a lot of aggressive buzzwords, but that is the literal reality of it. 12 to 14 hours they? Nope. 6 hour per raid. Class stacking? Nope. Productions from different orgs? Nope. If Blizzard becomes the official face of it, they're not going to advertise those kind of gaming habits to the world. Right? Oh, that hurt. Oh, wait, no, that didn't hurt. That was just my glitch form going down. So you've been in it the whole time. I do have here every 4 months. True. I'm actually surprised you haven't been here for this discussion. You're here all the time. We definitely talked about this a lot. Because during every Race to World First, someone usually comes in that hasn't been here in a while, and they go, man, I really wish Blizzard would, like, take over and blah, blah, blah. Kato, do you want me to bring down your food? I'm going to bring down your food from upstairs.
Impossible.
Yes?
Why are they being the official face but not changing much? But they're not going to do that, dude. Because the way the Race to World First is A, imbalanced and unfair, and B, unhealthy. It's not healthy to sit in a chair and play video games for 12 to 14 hours a day, no matter how you cut it. And Blizzard internally does not want to advertise this as a fun, good way to play for people. So they will not, if they took over, they would not allow 14-hour gaming sessions for these players. They would cut it down to like 6 to 8, and even that's probably on the high end. Critical Footman, thank you for the
I'm
47.
ready, sir.
Slow troll.
I'm ready too, sir.
So that's why the theory of like, well, just keep it exactly the way it is, but let Blizzard officially sponsor it and put money into it. That's just like those two things like don't go together. There's no way to keep the tournament the way it is and have Blizzard officially be like the organizer and sponsor of it. Again, you know, I'll say I'm 99% confident that's the case, and it's been true year over year. Like I said, yo, anything can happen. Anything can happen, right? I don't know. Maybe, like, times change and all that Garrosh meme, right? Maybe eventually in 2027, Blizzard's like, yo, let's try something crazy. Let's, like, host the Race to World First this season. It's totally possible. I'm just telling you with my knowledge of working closely with Blizzard for a long time internally with esports especially and stuff like that. That was always their stance. But I haven't really been involved with Blizzard for World of Warcraft, and more specifically, WoW itself. So I you know, I'm not privy anymore to those kind of conversations that are happening behind the scenes. So it is totally possible at the moment that they're like, hey man, you know, let's give this a jab. Maybe it works out. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. All right, buddy. Let me bring your food down. Give me one sec, chat. I have returned. When there are too many things to do with the race, unhealthy gameplay, doing shit like they don't like. Splits basically. Yep. Yeah, that digs into the unfairness of the race. Yeah, they would have to change it a lot. Listen. Who knows, right? If they try it, Blizzard ends up trying it, and they do change it, maybe it does end up being poggers. But you know, I'm just stating the reasons they're not, or have always historically considered not. You dig? Do you dig? Sure, man. Thanks for giving a sub to Uther. Are you playing Last Epoch? Or just being a cutie patootie? What are you doing here? Slay both champions. You are? Yeah, what are you playing? I don't know you're playing. Are you retiring from the professional BG3 life, I see. Beastmaster? I think Beastmaster is probably the most popular this season. Understandably. Probably Necro after that. It's all the changes and stuff. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, didn't have time to start before today. Oh, God. That Baldur's Gate. I know how that is. You like pet-based builds? Especially when the AI is in complete dog shit. Has the AI... I think that's one of the things outside of numbers and stuff. Isn't that one of the things they improved? Or aimed to improve this season? Like the pet AI? Has it been good? And pet, like, movement speed and stuff like that so they don't fall behind you when you're zooming around the map and stuff? Yeah, pets and ARPGs are tricky. Seems to always be a pass on them, like every few leagues and stuff. And all of them, Diablo, PoE. It seems like every once in a while they have to, like they do a big pass on them. They feel great. They feel stronger, things like that, and then it happens again. because of, you know, they start to compound different league mechanics, different balance changes, different tuning. And eventually they're like, oh, we gotta do another pass. Now the pet AI being shit is hopefully not something that ideally would have to constantly do, right? But you never know. That they can now toggle their stance is huge by itself. True. Minions have been awesome so far on my necker. Actually, I'm getting. Oh, God, my head, dude. You know, I think it's stemming from my neck. I feel it. Must have slept bad. Oh God. Oh God. Ouch. Oh yeah. I can feel that shooting all the way up the right side of my head. The right side of my neck is just woof right now. Ah. I'm waiting for Last Epoch to introduce seasonal mechanics. I mean, I think that they already have, right? They did the Weavers. They did this primordial thing. It just needs time now. But they already have, right? I mean, the Weaver is a new thing, and it's here this season again. Wouldn't be surprised if they keep some form of beast stuff next season as well. Oh, good pull for Echo right now. The fact that they actually moved to where the cursor is major. The aggressive mode is dangerous in HC. The pretty good pathing for them is great, yeah. Yeah, good pet vibes. Don't die, please. Try my best. Oh, Mirror's died. Not like this. Did they have a res? 14 seconds.
Yes.
You mean ones that are one season only? Oh, yes. Well, I mean, maybe the dinos, right? But again, to my point, that's going to take time. Time. And it's time. Let's see here. Chalk on hit. Chokes on dick. I don't think Mr. Robs is into the season. He's not currently playing right now. He's just like chilling on his laptop upstairs. 21% increased cast speed. Damage over time and necrotic res. Why don't we try rolling that a bit? Sure. Let's DE that. What's this? Thorn shell. Oh shit, Demencius. Hold up. Hold up. 9.2%. Hardened Rage. Unlucky. Close, man. Yeah, they're gonna get it today. They smell blood in the water. They smell blood in the water. Echo do. That was like 5% wipe or something. Big. Not on the same pull. Yeah, it just fell apart a little bit at the end. Just a little bit. Alright. There we go. Viewership's starting to go up a bit, yeah. people are smelling there's a kill nearby. Alright. Wait, I equipped the wrong ones. Shit. I was about to mess with mine. First things first. This needs to reroll to not damage over time. Or throwing damage. These are dead. Unfortunate. But no problemo. We can at least extract some shards from them. And from this. Oh, what is this trinket? Minion critical strike multiplier int. Your minions take 20% increased damage. You gain 30 health on minion death. Plus 3 to sacrifice. Yowza. Yowza wowza. Sure. 5.56? Just like Razageth, there's no space? Yeah. Close, man. If everyone had lived there, I mean, they have the damage. They have the numbers, for sure. Just needs to be, as usual, perfect driven play. Just want to point out yesterday's discussion for people who are like, there's no way they get 30% damage. I don't think this boss is killable this week. I'm like, well, you just wait. You just wait, dude. It's always impressive what kind of optimization people can get. Groups can get. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, is this a bait the dude out one? Who is Ryan? And why is everything for him? Liquids are going to get past P1 right now. I mean, they just woke up, right? But, I mean, pressure is on, yeah. Like, Echo could technically kill it any pull now. Liquid's probably feeling the pressure, dude. Probably feeling that pressure. I'm honestly very interested to see. There's a really big opportunity for Method. Unironically. If Echo win, it's like I explained a couple days ago. Like the top, you know, team is racing for world first. That it's first or nothing, right? Like that's the way it's always been. But for a long time, it's been two guilds mostly. You know, no offense to Method, but like they were close, but never like that close. So if Liquid or Echo would win, they'd kind of be demoralized. They go through the paces, play a little worse, yes, but eventually just get the kill and move on. Maybe even just play the next day if they had the space to do so, and just get the kill and in their minds the consolation kill and move on. But that's not Method's mentality, right? Method obviously ultimately wants world first, but they know they need to like still have a bit of room to like consistently compete. So Method's still hungry for it. Method's not going to be demoralized if they don't get world first right now. They're going to be highly motivated to get world second. So if Echo kill this, or Liquid, the other team's going to be super demotivated, and they're not going to have that like, yeah, I guess we'll like spend a few hours killing it, or maybe come back tomorrow or whatever. Like there is a very real possibility Method can kill it and get world second, and that will be a slap in the dick for sure. A big slap in the dick for them. Because like Method are close enough that you can't blame it on like a we don't care consolation thing. Like Method can have it. Like it's like they legit beat you, man. Method aren't close, that ain't happening. I don't think it's out of the question Method can get world second. If Echo kills this soon and Liquid plays bad and is demoralized and stuff, it's possible, man. Axis kind of caught against on very calm considering I woke up to see Echo didn't really progress past us. Yeah. Plus 10 DPS by pressing your keys harder. Wow, that was great. Just hold W, bro. Yeah. I kind of agree with what Waldor's saying. I think Max woke up a while ago, right? You don't like roll into your chair. And they've only made this like giga progression recently, so more recently. I think it's the realization that there's still a bit of progression and like a cushion there. Versus now it looks like it is literally realistically killable any pull. And that's when the panic starts to set in a bit. That's when it's like, we got to get our shit together now. That whole potentially this last 10% is going to take another day or two is not a thing anymore. I feel like Method was always one day behind in this race. Yeah, like a day to half a day. But the longer, the thing is, the longer the teams right now spend wiping to this like insanely low percent stuff,